this afternoon with the weather, taking a live look over downtown Buffalo. It's sunny out there, but don't be tricked because it is humid and it's warm. Mike Syka tracking that forecast, and Mike, just kind of a scorcher out there.
Yeah, definitely shaping up to be one of the hottest feeling days of the week, and for that matter.
New at noon, we're hearing from the Erie County District Attorney following the resignation of a Western New York priest. Robert Yetter stepped down yesterday following allegations of sex abuse. Last week, the church received a complaint against him. Yetter was a priest at St. Mary's in Swarmville. He was already on administrative leave for a previous complaint from an adult. A spokesperson tells News 4 this most recent incident may have involved a child.
I would suggest that if there is a minor involved, that the diocese inform me of this and let me know, and or if the minor's family, as I've been encouraging all along, wants to come forward and tell me, please call me.
The district attorney went on to say that this case, like any other, will be restricted by any statutes of limitations that could apply to the case. Flynn also encouraged the state legislature to pass the Child Victims Act. In the meantime, Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul is the latest leader to join the list of people calling for Bishop Richard Malone to step down. Despite calls, Bishop Malone still stands firm in his decision to stay at the head of the Buffalo Catholic Diocese.
I stand before you today recommitted to my calling to serve as Bishop of Buffalo.
The people of this community need to have their faith restored. We need to clean house, bring in new leadership. People are untainted by these scandals, and that's the way the healing can begin.
Bishop Malone has admitted he's fallen short while handling the claims of abuse. However, he hopes a new task force and the Office of Professional Responsibility will help combat the issue. Sunday, Bishop Malone said he would comply with an investigation by the Erie County District Attorney's Office or the New York State Attorney General. New at noon, Buffalo Crime Stoppers is offering a $2,500 reward for information leading to this man's arrest. Take a close look at this picture. 65-year-old Anthony Mendola is wanted on serious child sex charges. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to call Buffalo Crime Stoppers at 867-6161. A 94-year-old man who's accused of firing a gun inside of an assisted living facility will not face trial. John Tennant will spend at least a year inside a mental health facility. He'll then be reevaluated. Prosecutors charged Tennant with attempted murder in July. Police say that he shot at someone inside of Mary Agnes Manor on Porter Ave. Tennant was evaluated, and prosecutors and the defense both agreed the mental health facility was the most appropriate place for him. Earlier this morning, 8 people were evacuated due to a fire that was threatening to spread into their homes. Buffalo firefighters were called to Hirschbeck Street near Pullman Place at about 5:30 this morning. The home that was on fire was vacant. The flames caused more than $55,000 in damage. One firefighter was taken to the hospital for a shoulder injury. This afternoon, the cause of that fire remains under investigation. Across the nation, we're learning more about the gunman who killed 2 people and wounded 10 others before taking his own life at a video game tournament in Florida. According to court records, 24-year-old David Katz had a history of mental illness and anger issues. Authorities have not determined a motive for his rampage. Manuel Bojorquez is following the latest on this investigation in Jacksonville.
I couldn't believe that.
Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News, Jacksonville, Florida.
Here at home, the clock is ticking for Solar City to reach its job creation targets. Solar City received $750 million from the Buffalo Billion to open a new facility in South Buffalo. The company promised thousands of jobs in exchange for all of that taxpayer money. Tesla is carrying the success or the failure of the project on its shoulders. There are some positive signs, though, about job hiring and production, but there's still a long way to go before anyone can declare victory.
We're all optimistic. We all want this to work, but we really want Tesla to really put their shoulder into this factory, work out the bugs. Because remember, we have a timeline runner here. We want them to come in with their job numbers and their production numbers way before the deadline.
News 4 Investigates looks at what we know about the South Buffalo Solar Hub, and we talked to some who want the company to be more transparent. Luke Moretti has that special report tonight on News 4 at 6. Still to come here on News 4 at noon, calling for action. The claims from people who live in Cheektowaga every time it rains. And later subjected to random testing. Local bus companies' response to a new state law.